Frederick Constant, MB&F, Pebble, and more today on Let's Talk Watches.
Hey guys, my name is Jason. Let's Talk Watches. Now, this is a new series on the internet, and we're going to hopefully get a chance to go through some of the stories and what's making headlines in the world of horology for the week. We're also going to be going over some profiles of people who are out there who are collecting watches. Hopefully, we're going to get a chance to look at some vintage and new pieces, and we're basically going to be letting you guys dictate what goes on this channel. So any information, things like that, just put them in the links in the stuff down below, and we'll be having a little bit of fun. So without further ado, let's get started. Frederick Constant, which is one of the last of the family-owned companies out there in the Swiss watchmaking world, has been sold. Now, that's some big news. They were sold not to anyone. They were sold to the Citizen Corporation out of Japan. Now, this isn't Citizen's first go at grabbing a Swiss watch company when they grabbed La Joux-Perret in 2012. That gave them also those subsidiary brands of Arnold & Son and Anglias. Now, with the acquisition of Frederick Constant, they're also getting a hold of two other brands, the Alpina brand and the Atelier de Monaco brand. Now, this adds to the existing portfolio that Citizen had before, which is Bulova, so this is really generating a lot of news. So, where do we go from here? Well, it's hard to say. It's going to be really interesting to see where they take this from now on. Are they going to go along the lines of Seiko, and are they going to sort of go into a Grand Seiko line where they create some high-end Citizen watches with really, really good quality movements and go on to tackling companies like Hamilton, Tag Heuer, and Tudor? Or are they going to go super, super high-end and go along lines of Seiko's Creedor line and really produce some phenomenal movements and watches? Who knows? This could go anywhere. I'm really interested in seeing where it does go. Next up, a bit of MB&F news. So in 2009, MBMF created a watch for the Only Watch charity event, and they called it the HM2. A little while after that, and during the year, they decided to hand that design off to Alain Silberstein. Asked him what he'd do with it. And boy, did he deliver. He created the HM 2.2 Black Box Edition, which was just a beautiful watch and had a limited run production of about 8 units, and they sold out really, really fast. Now, Silberstein hasn't been heard a lot of in the last little while. In May 2012, he closed down his company, which was heavily influenced by the Bauhaus movement, which sort of brought together strong lines, bold colors, basic shapes, and they were hoping to reunite those ideas of creativity and manufacturing, bringing them together again. So what did they do? MB&F unwrapped the brand new LM1 Silberstein, which is an interpretation of their legendary Legacy Machine #1. Absolutely gorgeous. They have a balance staff that's sort of suspended in the middle of the watch face using crystal. It's got convex watch faces, which feature those bold, bright colored hands that Alain Silberstein's really, really famous for. And the primary shapes of the triangle, the circle, and the square are represented on the bottom of the dial in a cone, a cube, and a sphere, which gives you the power level of the watch. It sort of rises up the more power you have in it. It's absolutely incredible. It's beautiful. They're only going to produce 12 of these watches. And I'm telling you, every single person who's going to get one of these is probably going to be staring at their wrist. It's going to get a lot of face time. They're going to be looking at it a lot. For the past 8 years, Richard Mille and tennis superstar Rafael Nadal have been working together to create a truly stunning line of watches. Now, you can see these watches on his wrist on the court, but you can also see them at your local Richard Mille boutique. Well, keep your eyes peeled because they've just announced a new one, the RM3502. They tapped Swiss carbon composite materials company NTPT to create these beautiful cases. Now, they're either available in carbon black or as you see them here in the quartz TPT red, and they're truly, truly stunning. Now, to get this, they layer together carbon fiber and then have it milled out so that it gives the beautiful lines on it that you see here. The RMAL1 movement that's inside of this watch also features a titanium main bridge, which has been partially skeletonized, and this adds to the lightness of the watch. The RMAL1 also features double mainspring barrels and 55 hours of power reserve. That's a lot of power reserve for such a watch. Now, this watch features a really cool thing. The rotor itself is tailored to the movement of the person. So if you're someone who's really, really active, such as a tennis superstar like Rafael Nadal, maybe, each spin of the watch rotor puts a little less power into the mainspring than if you were someone who's a little more sedentary and you move a little less. This means that there's no real chance of super overwinding the watch, putting a lot of stress on the movement over time. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these personally, take a look at it, and see what a truly stunning watch this can be. Website Hodinkee recently got their hands on the beautiful Patek Philippe Calibre 89 that's over at Christie's for sale right now in New York. This extremely rare watch was created in 1989 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Patek Philippe firm. Only 4 were ever built. 1 in white gold, 1 in red gold, 1 in platinum, and the one you see here in yellow gold. At 1.1 kilograms, the watch also features an 88mm diameter, 24 hands, 1,728 components, and 24 complications. It was the high watermark for ultra-complicated watches until Vacheron Constantin came by and smashed that in September of 2015 with their reference 75260. Some of the complications that are featured on this watch, of course, include the century, decade, and year displays, because everyone needs those, a leap year indicator, a thermometer, an equation of time, a star chart, and it also includes a split second hand and the date of Easter. Now, that last one earned them a bit of a patent, simply because the calculation of Easter is really difficult to do. It's based on the ecclesiastical calendar, which is based on the lunar calendar, which makes this really, really, really difficult to track over time. Somehow they pulled it off. The last time one of these watches came up for auction was in 2009 at the Antique Quorum sale, and it's fetched $5,042,000. Now, if you happen to have $11 million burning a hole in your pocket, you can zip on over to Christie's over in New York and take a look at this one. Now, this watch doesn't need adjustment until the 28th century, so I'd say this seems like a bit of a bargain to me. But what do you think? Visit Hodinkee for more details on this gorgeous watch and to see these beautiful pictures that they posted. Kings of Kickstarter Pebble are at it one more time with 3 new watches on the website this week. They've announced the Pebble 2, the Time 2, and their brand new wearable called Core. Now at $99 for the Pebble 2 and at $169 for the Time 2, they're really cementing themselves as being the go-to for the smartwatch industry. Now the Core is the one that's really interesting to me. The Core marks the first time they've decided to put an Android computer all into one small device. Now, what this means for you is that you can leave your phone at home or you can lock it in the gym and you can still stream all of your sources from Spotify onto your device, and you can also track your fitness with it in real time. It's absolutely phenomenal. Now, of course, they turned to Kickstarter again, as I said, and they put up their meager expectation of $1 million for it. Well, they kind of did a little better than that at 8 times the amount they were looking for, at more than $8 million. They have 64,000 backers and growing, and they still have more than 30 days left in the campaign. This is really going to be an interesting time for them, and I really hope they make some incredible new devices. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed yourself. My name is Jason. This has been Let's Talk Watches. For more information on any of the stories that I've talked about, you'll find more links down below. You can also use down below to subscribe to our channel or even leave us a comment. Definitely leave us a like and let us know that you're out there. I hope you had a lot of fun. I did, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. Talk to you later. Have a good day.